welcome to another edition of Ego. That's Everybody's Got One, a show about opinions. My name is April Watts. I am your host. We are here each and every Tuesday at 8 p.m. live on YouTube, as well as Facebook and Periscope. So what you're doing right now is you're liking, you're sharing, and you are subscribing. Hit those notifications too. So today I have an amazing panel. I'm super excited about everybody, and we're going to be talking about shooting your shot or not. Yes, it's 2020. The game has changed. The rules have changed, and we're going to talk about it all. Joining me in studio, we have my man, Leon Scott. How are you, Leon?
Oh, I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. You are my personal friend, and it's been years and years since I've seen you, so it's really good to see you here. Tell everybody who you are and what you're into.
Hey, everybody. It's Leon Scott. I'm a comedian. I'm a writer for a show called Get Up DC on Channel 9 on WUSA 9 out here in DC. Well, in DC. I don't know if y'all can get it to Baltimore, but, you know, we should hopefully one day. We'll expand my brand one day out here to Baltimore.
That's right.
Right now I'm in the Baltimore Comedy Factory right now working on expanding my brand. You know, so that's what I do. My comedian, writer, that's what I do. And now I'm here with April.
Yes, and I'm so very happy about that. And we have the beautiful Miss Angie Marie. How are you today?
I'm good. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for coming. And I am just being introduced to you thanks to my producer, Eric. Can you tell us all what you're about and who you are?
Yes. Well, I'm a bum. No, I'm just kidding. No, I am the founder of a blog site called thisdateisover.com, and it's a site for people to post their bad dating experiences.
I need to be on that site.
Yeah. I've had a lot of bad dates, so I figured I would share mine and encourage people to share theirs so we can learn from each other's mistakes and learn what not to do when it comes to dating.
I love it. And we're going to talk about a lot of that today. And last but not least is my man, comedian Fig. He's joining us from New York City via Zoom. How are you, Fig?
I'm doing good, April. It's so good to be with you and to see you guys again. Joining all the boo cakes.
I miss you, and Boo Cake Nation misses you.
Yes, I'm an official Boo Cake Nation member.
Yes, you got your hoodie. No, see, you know what? I have to give you your credit. I gotta give you your props. It's a lot of people who be like, you know, I support you, and they'll get a sweatshirt or whatever. Okay. When did it stop? So I know where to pick back up.
When you came out with her, you started into your next part after talking to her, it stopped right there.
Okay. All right, so that's what happens when you're live. You have a couple technical difficulties. So I need to reintroduce my man, Fig, who is joining us from New York City via Zoom. What up, Fig?
What's going on, April Watts?
Missing
you. It's a pleasure.
It's so great to have you here. I miss you. I'm used to you coming to the Baltimore Comedy Factory, shutting it down with my man Capone, and COVID happened, and
it's so crazy, but I miss you guys. I miss Boo Cake Nation coming up to the radio station and having those intricate conversations.
Well, you know what? Now I have my own platform. I'm no longer with the radio station. I was free. And we having our own platform for intimate conversations, uncut, unfiltered conversations. We are going to definitely do it April's way, and that's why the show is called Ego. Everybody's got one, and now I've got mine. How about that?
I love it. I love it.
And I have
free. You is free now.
I'm free. And it does feel really, really good. I'm very thankful for that experience. But our careers take place in phases, and so now it is time for the next phase. And I'm with it. I'm here for it, and I'm going all the way with it. But I want to give you some credit because people support, or people have support. You got your Boo Cake Nation sweatshirt, and this dude put my sweatshirt on and rocked it on stage at the Baltimore Comedy Factory. And so everybody to support me. So I really, truly appreciate you for that. Thank you for keeping it real, because in this industry, it's a lot of people that's not real. So I thank you for that.
Listen, you know you got to support boss people. You know what I mean? I'm for everything black, and I support my people 100%.
Yes, yes. So let's get into this. First and foremost, we want you to take part in this conversation. So you can leave your questions and your comments in the comment sections on Facebook as well as on YouTube. But you can also call in. You can call in live and talk to us right now. You can talk your talk, okay? Call us at 410-822-FREE. That's 410-822-3733. Today's topic is shooting your shot or not. So I'm just going to get straight into it. Do you shoot your shot?
Oh,
why or why not?
But you got to, because I mean, closed mouth don't get fed, as they say.
Okay.
You got to. I mean, you got to be selective about when shooting your shot. I mean, some people just rapid fire machine gun. That's a whole, strategy to shoot shot everywhere and see where they hit. But I'm just kind of like, I'm a little selective with mine. I'm a marksman.
You're a marksman. All
Sharpshooter.
right.
I don't know if I shoot my shot. It's more of a layup, and I don't even know if that's the layup hand. Like, do men lay? I don't even know. Like, whatever.
It's very slow.
I don't
finger
play
roll.
basketball, so I'm like, is this the layup? But I think I do a layup and expect him to dunk it, because I might throw out some hints and hope that he'll,
Okay.
the
All
alley-oop.
right.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the alley.
That's
I
alley-oop.
said
Yeah, you throw the
layup.
pass
Yeah,
up there.
alley-oop. That's the word. See, I don't play sports.
I don't
so-
understand any of it. I just know who's cute on the team. All I know.
That too.
All I know. Okay. Free throw,
So
three-pointer.
the alley-oop was what
Yeah.
I meant to say. So I throw up the alley-oop and hoping that he'll,
Catch it.
and dunk it.
Okay. So
Yeah.
Okay.
how does that alley-oop look? Is it an energy? Is it? does
I
it
think
play
it's a
out?
combination. It's the energy, and I might say certain things like hi or stare at him a little bit, or I don't know. Like, I've had instances where I actually have tried to engage with the guy. Like, I think it was a DM situation. I didn't slide in his DMs. He messaged me. But over the course of it, I'm like, okay, we keep talking back and forth online. How about we extend the conversation
Okay.
on the phone?
Right.
However, it backfired.
However,
Oh,
Yes.
oh.
what happened?
He told me I was too aggressive. He said he was offended because, he's the man. He's supposed to make the move. But I'm like, you was moving
Like, bruh,
too
you
slowly.
taking too
Like, I
long.
don't feel like typing you back and forth all
Right.
day. Like, let's get this show on the road.
Right.
But yeah, it backfired.
Okay. So Fig, you are in a unique position because you are
Uh-huh.
married.
Yes.
But as Fig before he was married, do you shoot your shot or not?
Oh, listen. Yeah, absolutely. You miss every shot you don't take. Yeah, so I will shoot my shot. Yes, absolutely. Especially if I feel like, it's going to happen. I don't just shoot it like automatic, like randomly. I sort of, used to take my time and see how the vibe was working. And then I shoot my shot.
So you feel out the situation, is what you're saying.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Because,
You survey the
that-
land.
Yeah, I have to, because that turn down game, y'all women got that turn down game on lock.
Some of y'all don't survey, though.
Long walk across the floor after you done been turned down.
Oh, man.
Some of them are not good surveyors, though.
Oh, really?
They
like
really
they
bad.
really don't get it, right?
No.
Oh, listen.
What is that about?
I don't know, because what did I say? Like, step one, if you're going to shoot your shot, number one, be single. Don't be married.
Oh,
All right.
Don't have
Be single.
Don't have a girlfriend.
Yeah.
But the other one that's real important, like number two, is be attractive. And that's where a lot
I'm
of
done with
people
you.
miss
Angie,
the
I'm done
mark.
with you.
But I'm serious.
Be
though.
attractive.
Oh, man.
So I
hilarious.
mean, we want to have something to look at. And I'm not saying that I'm the best looking thing in the world, but
You're beautiful. Stop.
thank you. But some of these guys be real raggedy, and they be shooting their shots like, "Yo, did you even brush your teeth today? Like, you got crust on your lips. Like, what are we doing here?" So, like, a guy approached me in the grocery store pre-COVID, and I promise you, he had 0 teeth on his top row,
Oh no.
0. But he
Oh, man.
he still shot.
Now see, that is my
Yeah.
thing, right? Sometimes when a person who doesn't have a shot in hell shoots a shot, I start looking at myself like, what made him think that he even had the
Right.
chance to approach? But for some people, it's all about like casting that wide net,
Yes.
and somebody's gonna go for it. So they just really don't care.
Right.
Just
A lot of
like
guys do not
Leon
care.
said, he's a marksman. Were you a marksman, or were you just like going for the low hanging
sharpshooter.
fruit, or for whatever? Fig.
Oh, you asking me?
Yeah.
Oh, listen, no. No low hanging fruit. I reach for the top shelf. Yeah, I want to know the ones that I want to know the ones that ain't nobody trying to talk to. But see, I had good friends around me. If I reach a little too high, one of my friends would tap me on the shoulder and say, "Hey, Fig, out your range."
Oh my God.
See, at least they were telling you the truth, though.
Yes.
Because a lot of
yes.
guys, their friends do not tell them the truth.
But honestly, a lot of guys don't know. We don't know if we ugly or not. So that's not our fault.
How do y'all not know?
We don't know if we not.
You've
appealing
seen
to
an
or
ugly
not.
person before.
Yeah, he usually have money.
But this is nothing. How do you not know when you're out of your league? Like, how do you know? How do you not know?
You know what? You really don't.
Which means you gotta shoot your shot as a guy.
You gotta shoot your shot. Because let me tell you why. Because there's so many times that we'll be standing around, guys will be standing around, and we'll see a guy who look like he's been drugged through the street, and he is with the most beautiful woman on his arm, and we be looking at each other like, how in the world did he do that? And then, our conclusion is always, oh, he must have some
Must
money.
be the money.
It's either money or
money and
either
he's
money or he's
packing
doing
heat.
something.
Money and he's packing that heat down under.
That's hilarious.
One or
Okay,
two.
so I want to switch gears just a little bit. I want to talk about women as shooters, and Angie kind of like touched on it a little bit. For the two men on the panel, how do you feel about women who shoot their shot? Do you feel comfortable, or do you feel like that's something that is the man's role?
I mean, I'm comfortable with it. The only time, honestly, it's only really been one time in my life where it was not that great, and it was only because she was real aggressive. And once again, I guess the nicest way to put it is aggressively unattractive. She was hard looking, and I hate to sound mean, but she kind of like just harassed me. She like basically was just like literally grabbing and groping, and when I walked away, she was like, "Oh, so what you scared of pussy?" Like that's literally what she said. That's literally what she said. And I was like, and so she just
she was
forced me.
playing.
She was trying to force me to be mean. I was like, "Oh,
Wow.
I just don't want yours. I'm sorry." And then I walked away.
She was aggressive
Yo,
and
she was-
abrasive.
Oh, my
it was-
goodness.
So that's literally that's way across the line. Like
Wow.
most people have common sense. They don't do stuff like that. So I feel like most women aren't going to like
Okay.
really cross. I mean, that's all about women. Men,
Okay.
yeah, men, we
Okay,
that's a whole
so-
different conversation.
Okay.
Yeah.
You said she was aggressively unattractive. My
Yeah.
next question is, would you have been offended or turned off by her form of aggression had she been very attractive?
Honestly, with the grabbing and the yeah.
Oh, she was grabbing you?
Yeah, it was bad. Honestly, I would have been like, yeah, this is a bit much. Yeah, I would have been like, how much you had to drink? Like, it would have made me start questioning some things. My mind would have started working like, okay, wait a minute, what's going on? Is this you do this to everybody? What's going on? Because stuff that I normally wouldn't think if a woman just approached me, but it was just so. Like, I honestly was like, oh, dang, women go through this all the time. Like, this is
Right.
this is my one experience, and I'm still thinking about it.
Right.
Now you know the way
Women deal with
we
this every
feel.
single day, and I'm,
Right.
and I'm sitting here traumatized years later from
That's
this one time.
hilarious. If you're just tuning in, welcome to Ego. Everybody's got one. It is the podcast about opinions. Today, we are talking about shooting your shot or not. We're talking about dating in 2020. You can call in and weigh in at 410-822-FREE. That's 410-822-3733. Now, Fig, how do you feel about women who shoot their shot? Is it
Listen,
too
I'm all
much?
for it. I'm old school, but I'm progressive.
Okay.
And I don't mind a woman shooting her shot. I mean, because it takes a lot of the pressure away. You know what I mean? Like, guys, we've been turned down ever since grade school. Remember back in the day, will you go with me on
Yes
the
or no,
paper?
check the box.
Yes or no,
Yeah.
a circle to one. But listen, we've been getting turned down like since forever. So it's kind of, I don't know, it's just kind of refreshing to have a woman make herself available to you and you know she's really interested. So this way you don't have to worry about that turn down because like I said before, you women get the turn down game on lock.
Yeah,
Yes, we
yeah,
do.
definitely.
Now, I understand that your wife made the first move on you.
You know what?
What?
Tell us the story. Break it down.
Taking
Listen,
notes.
Success story.
Absolutely. She was not aggressive, but she sort of made herself known. She put herself like right in front of me and made it look like, like she was interested. And she was beautiful, so you know what we're talking about. I shot my shot.
Hey.
So,
and she
so
was,
you
you
still
know-
shot your shot, but like Angie said, she put the layup there, or what is it called?
alley-oop?
The
The
alley-oop.
Yeah.
We learning
Yeah, she
basketball
put the
terms today.
alley-oop. Listen, all I did was ask her to dance, and from then I knew.
Okay.
Was she grinding on you or
Listen,
something?
It's the way that women dance with you, whether you know that they interested or they just being friendly.
Oh.
Okay.
She was interested, and
She
I
was
was like,
grinding her little
for real? I was like, really? It's like that? I'm like, I'm all in.
All right. So, as a woman, how do you feel about shooting your shot?
Terrified.
Terrified?
Yes, I mean I have done it though. It's very rare that I will actually shoot my shot. It'll have to be we have to already have been engaged in some type of conversation beforehand. Like, I'm not going to just walk up to a guy and be like, hey, I think you're handsome. Let's go out sometime.
Okay.
But the last time I shot my shot was probably earlier this year. I was at an
happened?
event, and I was a vendor. One of the guys, I was talking to his father. He was like, yeah, my son. I saw his son. I was like, oh, well, hello, son.
Right.
So I tried to mosey on down to his son, and I was asking questions about the thing, and then I started asking like about his situation, and I asked him if he was interested, and then he was like, look, man, I'm not looking for a relationship. I'm not looking for this, looking for that. I was like, I'm not looking for a relationship. I was like, dang. Well, I'm offended because I just wanted to smash. So I'm like, the fact that he thought I was really trying to engage on that level, I was actually turned off at that point because I'm like, okay, I was just trying to get to know you. Like, I don't know anything beyond us being here at this event. I'm going to get your number and perhaps see where it goes. Like, I wasn't thinking like relationship
dude,
bills. I just thought you were cute.
Right.
So at that point, I was like, all right, then. Take care.
Much like
Wow.
you, Big, I'm old school and I'm progressive at the same time. You already know me, and you see me on Facebook every day. You already know the way I go. Like, I'm an independent
Real.
woman, progressive,
100%
whatever.
real.
But there's something about, like, as strong of a woman as I am, I'm not intimidated to shoot my shot at a man, but I feel like how you come at a man or how it starts sets the tone for the rest of the relationship. And as aggressive of a woman as I may be, I have hunter instincts, hunter nature, all of that stuff. I feel like my man needs to come for me. He needs to hunt me, because if not, for the remainder of that relationship, I'm going to be like kind of sort of chasing him a little bit, or like proving my worth or whatever. And I'm like, I'm not feeling that situation right there. And then, as strong as I am, I like a strong man. So I need my man to be stronger than me.
Right.
And if you sitting back waiting for me to holler at you, I already know
happen.
like you don't have the personality type that I need. So I'm just like, nah. But then at the same time, in my entire life, I've shot my shot at 2 men, and both men became my boyfriends. So it was successful,
See?
but it's just like, no.
Yeah. It's awkward. I mean, I would much rather prefer that he approach me. Which is why I don't generally approach men. So I'd rather them approach me. But I will, like I said, give the alley-oop and hope that he will follow through. But if he doesn't, that's where it goes. So.
And see, I do hunt, but I hunt in a different way. I call it setting a trap. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's not the good terminology or whatever. But no. Like, I'll just be me, and I'll exude my energy. And if he's not picking up on the energy, if he's not picking up on the smile, on the look, then nah, it's not gonna happen, you know?
But you know what that is? To me, that's like shooting your shot.
No.
Because listen, once you make a guy know that you're interested, like once I realized that my wife was the slightest bit interested in me, I took it from there. It's like, that's all I need to know. All I need to know is that little piece. All you can do is open up the door a little bit and let me know that you're interested. I can do the rest of the work.
But why do we even have to let you know that we're interested? Like, this is my dream, right? My dream is the man comes in, and it can be a room full of 10 Halle Berrys, but it's something about my energy. There's something about me that he's like, yes, her. That's who I want, and that's who I'm going for. Fuck everybody else.
Yep.
And he makes a beeline straight for me, and he hunts me. I want to be hunted.
But you know what, though? The thing is that I don't want to call it fear, but a lot of guys don't know. Like you said, you don't know the woman that's out of your range. The guy that might be interested in you may be looking at you like, yeah, man, she's fine, and I'd love to go talk to her, but I think that she might be out of my league.
And see, maybe
And
I'm
he
not
might
being
shoot
fair.
his shot just
I'm
because
just
of
like,
that.
So how do you set the trap then?
you can't if he's like whatever, but like it's just an energy. It's an energy. Like I'm very much a spiritual and an energy person, and so if I'm sitting here, okay, for example, I met this one guy because I go out to eat by myself all the time. I enjoy myself. I enjoy going out and meeting people who I don't know, just on a platonic level. I'll go to a restaurant and sit at the bar, talk to the bartenders or random people at the bar. So this one time, I was at the Capitol Grill and I'm eating my food, whatever. And this guy walks in, and it was pre-COVID. It was right before COVID. He walks in, he's dressed down. He has his little Miami hat, his Miami shirt on, whatever. And he asked me, is someone sitting here? And I looked, and we connected eyes, and I was like, oh, I'm going to get his number.
Hey.
I just knew, like, there was something about the look in his eyes, and we connected, and I was like, oh, shit. I knew, but he did the work. And like, I didn't even do anything extra. Like, it was just my energy. Like, I feel like my energy is the trap. Like, me just thinking and manifesting, that's him, that's who I want. He needs to say something. And if he doesn't say anything, then that's not him.
I gotta
That's
start
just the
doing
way I
that.
look at it.
I'm gonna
Literally the
manifest.
law of attraction, apparently.
Law of attraction.
Literally the law
Yes.
of attraction.
Exactly.
Down to the letter.
But I got his number, and we're cool to this day.
Hey.
You know? And he asked for the number.
I believe that shooting your shot doesn't have to be verbal.
Yes.
It could be just like you said. It could be
Okay.
your energy. It could be you could just put yourself in his eyesight. You could smile. You could look at him. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be verbal. You know, women do things subtly, and you pick it up. You know what I mean?
That's an interesting twist. Now, what if someone's picking up something that you're not putting down? Because it's some guys who don't have a clue. And so just because you're nice to them, even women, like there are literally some people where I'm wondering, has anybody ever been nice to you in your entire life? Because I say hello, because I smile, you think that I want to go home with you, or you think that you have a shot when I'm just being nice. Or, for example, when guys are genuinely just being nice to a woman and compliments her, just trying to make her smile or have a great day, and she's giving him attitude and being stank.
Like
And it's
other
like,
man.
wasn't nobody trying to holler
Just
at
said
you?
hello.
So how do you know when it's a nonverbal cue that a woman is shooting her shot?
You know, if a woman makes like, it's like if she make eye contact with you and she smiles and the eye contact is like elongated where she's
Oh, she
like,
gazes a
for
little
second,
bit.
like she's giving you that time, like, hey, say something. You know that uncomfortable pause. You like, oh, wait a minute, there's something else here. If she smiles at you and she keeps moving, then you like, okay,
Yeah.
she's just being friendly. But
Right.
if she stops and smiles at you and looks at you and she's not going anywhere, then you kind of feel like, well, maybe I need to go over and say something.
Yeah,
I
body
don't know.
language. Yeah, body language will tell you a lot for real. It'll definitely tell you a lot whether someone's comfortable around you or whether they're not. And so, I mean, it's paying attention is the biggest part. You know, for me anyway, it's like observing, like what you just said, basically, just as far as you know, just from if she's smiling, she's leaning in, and whatever, like or if she's leaning away or trying to like look at her watch or her phone or whatever. Yeah, it's like okay, yeah. Looking for her friends. They're like, okay, maybe I should go.
Security.
You were going to say something, Amy. You were like, I don't know.
I forgot that fast. I think it was something along the lines of, I don't know if it was the eye contact, and I lost my train of thought.
About the nonverbal cues.
Oh,
whatever.
yeah, the nonverbal, but I don't know. Like, sometimes y'all just don't get it. Oh, I was going to say that even if you do pick up on the nonverbal cues, like some men today, they feel like the roles should be reversed. Like, they don't have to approach a woman. Like I don't have to do this. The ratio's in my favor, so she better come to me. So a lot of men are starting to develop that mentality now.
And I definitely want to talk about like gender roles and is it a situation where roles are reversing because women are becoming pretty aggressive?
Yeah.
Personally, it looks thirsty to me, so I'm just gonna keep it a buck. Like I personally feel that women are thirsty now, and it's for a whole lot of reasons. It's like the man to woman ratio, and then within that ratio, you have to break it down to men that prefer women, men that are desirable. Like it's so many factors, and when you go out, it's literally women are competing for men.
Clawing.
So
Wow.
is it a situation of role reversal, or is it a situation of gender roles just becoming passé, period? So it's just like everybody's just doing them. What do you think it is?
Well, with me, it's like if they thirsty, let's have a Sprite. Oh, baby.
You so silly.
You know what? I mean, look, we're in a different time now. We're in a different age where women are, I shouldn't say are equal to men, but they always have been. But it's like more out there now where women are doing more things. They're like more out. I'm like, listen, take advantage of your freedom. Like be you, be, 100%. Be out there. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I mean, I think I was born in the wrong time. I'm like, I didn't know all this stuff was going on.
And on that note, we are going to take a break. We're going to hear from our sponsors, Safari Nightclub, as well as BCN Apparel. Don't forget, like, subscribe, share, turn on those notifications too so you can know when we're doing what we do. And you can call in to weigh in on the conversation at 410-822-FREE. That's 410-822-3733. And now to our sponsors. All right, welcome back. Once again, a big shout out and a big thank you to Safari Nightclub and the Baltimore Comedy Factory. They are our sponsors, and starting this Saturday, we are back in full effect with Sexy Saturdays at Safari Nightclub. We're doing the fight party. It's the Gervonta Davis fight. He's facing off against Santa Cruz. I think that's his name, Santa Cruz, right?
I don't know.
Something like that. We got the fight party. We got a costume party. There is a cash prize, and it's going to be loads and loads of fun. I will be on the mic. DJ Biscuit is on the wheels, along with my man, DJ Techniques. And Bill Bellamy is at the Comedy Factory. So make sure you don't miss that. Yes, we are back. Jimmy T, the owner, said we are back. We are back. Make sure you support those businesses that supported you and supported us during the time of COVID. So we are back with my panelists. We have Leon Scott, we have my girl Angie Marie, and we have my man comedian Fig in New York City. And we're talking about shooting your shot or not, dating in 2020. All the complexities, all the nuances, all the difficulties, and the wins. So I want to talk about, how do you shoot your shot? Like, literally, do you have a method? Does it depend on who the person is, what the vibe is? We're going to start with you, Leon. How do you shoot your shot?
All right, well, as far as I'm concerned, basically it is, like I said earlier, it's about, I observe the situation. I try to anyway, because I mean, sometimes it's fast. You don't have time to think. But like if I'm somewhere, if I see somebody, especially if I'm like, it really is, it works the best, honestly, if I'm like straight up like drawn to this woman, like wow, I have to get her, like, or I have to try.
Right.
Like, as opposed to like, oh, she's cute. And let me just go over here. You know, she's cute, so I'm gonna go talk to her. But if it's somebody that I'm compelled, I feel compelled to go talk to, then I guess I don't know what it is, but I focus in a little more. I pay attention to what's. First off, I try to think of something to open the conversation with. Like, what do I say? Do I observe something like in the moment? Like I might have like said something about, you know, your hat or something like that, or I don't know, which I'm sure 50 other dudes probably said. I was just hoping that I said whatever I said. I was just hoping that whatever I said is more clever than whatever they said.
Right.
Or just hope that you think I'm cuter than whatever. But probably the clever part is going to be what gets me. But yeah, I would probably just open with something like that, and or maybe an observation of something that's going on nearby that I can make funny or something. So I usually tend to lean on just making people laugh. That works out well for me.
That's what comedians do.
Yeah.
That's what comedians do.
That's a good way to do it, though.
Yeah, it is.
You make me laugh, and we
Honey.
can do some things. We'll be attractive, too, now.
Okay, so Angie, on the rare occasions that you have shot your shot, what are the mechanics? How do you go about it?
Well, I try to, like we was saying, like Fig was saying, try to be in their line of sight. So try to edge my way closer to wherever they are. But other than like a stare, which might be kind of creepy, I got to stop doing that. Try to give you like a little womanly gaze, but that doesn't always work either.
Okay.
Especially if his wife comes in the room. So I try to, get closer to the person and engage. Like, hopefully, when I go out, it was normally in like a group setting back in the day when we could actually be out with your friends.
Right.
So I would try to edge my way closer and like engage that person in a conversation. Like when we talk about something, like, oh, hey, what did you think about? Did you see that? Like, what do you think about Lovecraft Country? Like, what is your thoughts? So try to engage them in our conversation and then try to, take it from there. But
Well, I know you've been out the game for a minute, Fig, but what was your approach?
Oh, listen, I don't know. I met a lot of women because I've been doing comedy for a long time. But even before comedy, I guess I had my sense of humor and didn't even know it. And I'd walk up to a woman and just say hi, like, hello, how are you? I was corny. Like, I had no game. I never had a game. You never had no lines or, you've been, I know your feet is tired because you've been running through my mind. I ain't had none of that. I'll walk up to a woman and say, oh my God, you didn't help me when you see me fall for you back there. Or whatever. I always thought that was corny. So I was always straight up like, hey, how are you? What is your name? You know what I mean? Can I get to know you? And do you want to get to know me?
Right.
I feel like that works better anyway.
It worked. Sometimes it worked. Sometimes it didn't.
Yeah, with me, like on the 2 occasions that I did approach a guy, it was just always like straight shooter. And it was back when I was in college both times. The first time I was off campus at a party at Cal State Fullerton or something like that. And I just saw the most beautiful man. Like his skin looked like red clay. He had dreadlocks. Like I'm a little earthy chick, so he has little dreadlocks. And I was just like, oh my God, he is so beautiful. And I was like, I'm on that campus way in like Claremont, California. I don't have no car. I was like, I'm gonna have to holler at him because I cannot let this, this chance pass me. And so I just walked up to him and I was like, excuse me, you are like the most beautiful man I've ever seen.
Wow.
I was like, you are gorgeous. My name is April. And then we just started talking and I asked for his number.
Nice.
And then he became my boyfriend. Now, the other one is a little funnier. Okay. It was somebody at my college. When I was a freshman, he was a junior. He was like Compton dude, like flip-flops and socks type dude, football player, bald head, whatever. And I did not think he was cute at all. And he was like, once again, like Compton thug type of dude or whatever. So when he saw me, he was like, I'm going to get you.
Ooh.
And me being me, I was like, ugh, no, you're not. Like, that's exactly what I said. And so he became like my brother. Like, he was like Debo. He would always come to my room taking some food or, something like that. And then he graduated. He became a teacher. And we did a recruitment weekend for Black students at my college because I went to a predominantly white institution or whatever. And we had him to come back because he's from Compton, and we had students from like Dorsey and Crenshaw and all that stuff. So we wanted him because we felt like he could relate to the students to come talk to them. And he came with his little leather jacket, his little jeans, his little leather boots. He was looking good, right? But what he was talking, like his intellect, it just really turned me on. And so I was like, oh my God, I want to fuck Rob.
Hey.
And so I said to him, I was like, look, I know we are brothers and sisters or whatever. I was like, but I'm really curious. I was like, I want to fuck you.
Can I put it on your mustache, please?
So basically, I was like, look, I I had it all planned out. I was like, look, you don't even have to take me out. Like, you don't have to want to dine me. Like, let's just satisfy this curiosity. Let's just fuck. And then after we fuck, we go back to being brothers and sisters. And I could see on his face, like, he had been waiting for that moment.
He probably took his clothes off right
His whole
there.
college career. No. So he told me the day that we were supposed to fuck, right? So then he called me and he was like, man, put on some clothes. I'm taking you out. And I was like, shit, I didn't plan for all of that, right? So I got cute or whatever. He took me out. We went out to eat. We get back to his place. He had like lingerie laid out for me. He had like the bubble bath, like everything. So we were just like fucking. We were fucking. And then one day we were laying in the bed and he looked over at me. He was like, are you dating anybody else? And I was like, no. And he was like, good, because I don't want you to. I was like, you dating anybody else? He was like, no. I was like, good, because I don't want you to. It was like, we together? Okay.
All
and like
right.
literally, that's how that situation happened.
Nice.
So let's talk about goals when you shoot your shot. Because I had two goals. One, I wanted to make my man. The other, I wanted to smash, you know? So when you shoot your shot, what is your goal usually? Is it more of a thing of you're looking for success rate, like you only holler at people you think you're going to be successful with? Or is it more of, oh my God, there's something about this person and I really want to date them?
Yeah. For me, it's like I don't like regrets. Like I don't like not trying and then thinking about it later. So it's really if I see somebody and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be thinking about her tonight if I don't say something to her. Then that's when I feel compelled and I have to go do it. So that's usually what draws me most of the time. It's like, okay, wow, she moved me, or at least physically moved me. Let me go talk to her and then see what happens over there. Or maybe there's been a couple times where it's just like crowds hanging out with folks and we're like mutual friends in a group, and then she maybe laugh, said something cool, we just start vibing or whatever.
Okay.
So yeah, but either way, it's I'll shoot the shot because I'm like, okay, I don't want to let this moment pass by without doing something about it.
You don't want to what if?
Yeah, I don't want to what if, because quick story. I want to tell a quick one too.
Tell a story,
Yeah,
please,
so,
please.
So
I want
the reason,
the story.
see, in high school, I grew up real shy. Like I was super shy in high school. I didn't really get out my shell like 10th grade. And so basically, homecoming was coming up, the 10th grade homecoming, and there was a girl that was a cheerleader, and my friends were like, yo, go talk to her. She don't have a date. And so I was like, I walked over there, and I had never asked a girl out before in my life. I was so scared that I was so scared it was going to be embarrassing. So I went over there and I was like, hey, I heard you don't have a date for homecoming. I don't have a date for homecoming either. So would you like to go? And she was like, that's really sweet. But I'm going to go by myself though. And I was like,
oh, damn.
But look, I was like, I was okay. I was like,
what the hell?
I was just so glad it was over. I was like, okay. But then I heard all my friends, they followed me over. They were like, oh, that's messed up. And I thought they were clowning me. They're like, no, man, he a good dude, man. So they were like vouching for me. And I was like, oh, man, leave her alone. I was like, leave her alone. And so, I walked out of it. They were like, they weren't clowning me like I thought they were going to.
Right.
They were just impressed that I went over there and did it, number one. And then number two, that was a Friday night. So I get to school Monday morning, and there's another girl waiting at my locker who actually looked better than the other girl. And she was like, yeah, I heard about what happened on Friday. I don't have a date. Would you like to go?
Ooh.
Like, wow,
You fell forward.
For shooting your shot.
Nice.
Don't get fed. Once again.
Yes.
So life lesson right there.
Life lesson. What about you, Fig? Like when
Both.
you were out there shooting your shot, was it more of, okay, I just want a success rate, or what?
No, actually, it was both. I was always the kind of guy. I like somebody who liked me. But I mean, I did talk to young ladies that I thought that were attractive, and then I wanted to get with them and spend some time with them, get to know them or whatever. But I'm the type of guy. You're not interested in me, then you turn me off. It's a turn off to me.
I'm like that too.
I'm never the kind of guy, like, you can be attractive to me in the beginning, but if I try and talk to you and then I realize you're not interested, then I lose interest.
Because of how you feel about yourself, right?
True,
Yeah, I just, like, if you not, I can never be the guy who is just like super aggressive on a woman if she's not interested.
Thank God.
Yes.
It's never that. If you're not interested, if I feel the vibe that you're not interested in me, then I'm good. I'm not going to be angry though.
Thank
We
God.
can be cool. We can we can have a regular conversation, but I'm not going to keep pursuing you.
Yeah, some of
I'm
these
not gonna
guys,
do
you
it.
gotta get a billboard to let them know that you're not interested, because they can't.
They don't care.
No, they don't. You gotta get a billboard, a restraining order, and a gun for some of these guys to understand. Like, I am not interested in you.
Right.
So yeah.
All right, so let's talk about COVID
Oh God,
and
yes.
how COVID has affected you shooting your shot or accepting shots that are thrown. Because things are a lot different.
Yeah.
Have your standards changed since COVID? Like, have you been considering people that normally, when the world was open, they wouldn't get a chance? Like,
No.
how is this working?
The door is closed even more for me, like, because I don't want to put anybody in my family at risk.
Okay, I
and,
see.
and things of that nature. Like, a lot of guys are like, oh, we could just go to dinner. I'm like, first of all, I don't know if I like you enough to want to risk
To take
going
that risk.
out to dinner with you. Like, we need to establish some kind of rapport. Like, what are we doing here? Like, so I'm very cautious now.
Yeah, well, for me, honestly, it's kind of like crawl to a halt. It's pretty slow right now because,
Yeah.
there's the world is shut down, and then I'm just working a lot. Like, I work for a 6 a.m. news show, like, so I'm writing
Right.
overnight, and then on the weekends, I'm kind of like, every now and again, I've been doing some socially distant comedy shows. It's been hard to find, but every now and again, there's been stuff outdoors that's going to shut down soon. But, I've been busy. I just really haven't been thinking. I've been chilling. I haven't really been shooting any shots lately. So yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
I'm the odd man out then. Cause like, cause I'm single and like just being in that apartment by myself all that time or whatever. Like it, and I can't say that it was lowering my standard because this person is fine, but it's a person that is younger than me. It's a person that I have a business relationship with, and like when the world was open, they would always playfully shoot their shot, like, I'm just kidding, unless you're gonna do it type of thing.
Yeah.
But when COVID hit, I was like, he almost got some coochie. Like, I had to talk myself down. I had to talk myself. I was like, April, you cannot have sex with this person. You cannot do that. You cannot. And I didn't, but literally, COVID had me rethinking the situation. Like, he almost got some just off the COVID loneliness type of situation.
I mean, it's not like I haven't thought about it, like,
Right.
But I feel like with COVID, you would think more people would be creative. They're not even trying to be creative. It's like, oh, we can't go nowhere, so let me come to your house. Nah, we're not doing that. Like we could go on a picnic. Like you
could
could
do something.
right. We can go outside. Like, and I'm not going to eat inside. I would prefer to be outdoors. But it's getting cold now. Like you had from when it started getting warm in April, like April to October to get your stuff together. So what's the problem? But a lot of people just aren't creative. Like, well, just come to my house, or let's go to your house. So.
Nah.
They're not really trying to really court. Like, this is a great opportunity for you to court and get to know somebody.
Exactly.
But people think that you're just going to come and meet them. Like, nah, I'm not trying to die. Like, meet me.
I ain't
Like,
trying to die for it.
I like breathing.
That's a college game. Like, hey, let's come over watch a DVD. Like,
Right.
Netflix and chill.
We doing
Yeah,
Netflix
true.
and chill.
Let me give you a massage.
That's what we not doing. Have you ever shot a shot that you wish you could take back, and why?
Well, there was one in college, and it really wasn't. There was one in college, and it wasn't. It's funny 'cause we became friends after this, but yeah, she shot me down in a way that was memorable too. Like, it's another shoot down story
Why do you?
because it works.
I've been shot down too,
The
so
funny
don't
thing
feel
is,
bad.
like, when it doesn't happen super often to me. Then usually when it does, it's nice. But when it's like memorable, it's memorable.
It sticks, yeah.
So there was a girl there was a woman in my sociology class, freshman year of college. She was like a junior or senior. It was like two upperclassmen in the class. Both were gorgeous. One was sitting in the front of the class, one was sitting in the back. I was like, I'm going to talk to one of them because they both look amazing. And then the one in the front smiled at me. She's like, oh, let me sit down next to her. And I was like, what's your name? She's like, oh, Mika. I was like, hey, I'm Leon. She's like, Leon. Oh, Leon, like the actor. I said, yeah, like the actor. And she was like, except he's tall and handsome. And I was like, God damn.
Damn.
I was like, damn.
He's tall and handsome. Ooh, wow.
That's this icebox where my heart used to be. Oh my God.
Oh, Jesus, that hurt.
Yeah, it was bad, but
Man, that was me.
yeah. So yeah, I just think about, do I want to be your friend after that? But I was like, we ended up friend zone because I was sitting next to her for the rest of the semester because they made you stay where you sat
Where
at
you
first.
sat, hilarious.
So we ended up becoming friends. But at first I was like, God damn, that was harsh. And she was like, I didn't mean it like that. I was like, good, you said it like that.
Right.
We do have a call right now, but you can also call in at 410-822-FREE. That's 410-822-3733. Hello, caller.
Hello.
Ooh.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, April. How are you?
I am fantastic. Who is this?
This is Kelvin. There was a ChatGPT conversation today. I saw, what's the topic again? Can you give me the topic one more time?
It's called shooting your shot or not. We're talking about like whether you prefer to shoot your shot at a person or whether you prefer to have them shoot their shot at you. And we're really talking specifically down gender lines because usually men are the ones who are, you know, forced to make the first move.
Right. So me, me being a gay male,
Okay.
now shooting your shot is definitely kind of hard because of these men. I must tell you, the man on the face, listen, you go, oh, you look fine, you look damn good, you hear me? But then as soon as they pull up man down, it's, like you said, that Mr. Robert's teeth, honey, or it's that nose, it's that mole, it's that something that just throw the whole person off.
Oh man, get that.
Listen, not to be rude, because you know some people are unique in their own way. But like honestly, like shooting your shot now is like really really tough. But just coming from like a male perspective too, like I really do agree that we are supposed to be the ones that shoot our shot first in a certain sense, if that makes sense.
Okay,
Yes.
so when it's a situation with two males, is it usually like one is more feminine and one is more masculine? And if that's the case, is it up to the more masculine male to shoot his shot? How does that work?
It all depends. At the end of the day, we are still men. So
Okay.
I mean, it all depends. Like it's just, you know, it's like feeling each other out. Like you feel out. You know, your man, like, okay, he already know that I'm coming for him, so then he go ahead and shoot his shot kind of thing.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I'm not mad at that.
This corn thing on you, these masks will tell a whole lot.
It's rough.
Yeah, the mask will tell a whole lot. Yes, they will. I'm gonna need to see a selfie. I'm like,
it's
look,
rough.
I'm not gonna ask you to lift up your mask, but can you show me a selfie?
No, I want you to show me a selfie. I want you to show me a selfie and pull your gums to the side so I can see if you got side teeth.
If you got a side,
I want to make sure you got side teeth. Pull your lips to the side.
I'm mad at you, Angie.
And that's what happened to me. I was at like a clothing store, and I said, look, we talking and everything, and you know, I'm in a fashion and everything, so I said, okay, I want to see what he look like. So he said, oh yeah, I'm gonna show you a picture of, you know, how I, you know, dress up, how when I step out. And girl, I could have fell out on that damn floor.
Oh Lord.
She put the mask on, and took that damn phone out. I said, oh no.
Lord have mercy.
Oh, that's wild. This face got legs on it, bro.
I'm so done with you, Kelvin.
Oh man.
Thank you so much for your call. We appreciate you. Be sure to tell all your friends about Ego, like, share, and subscribe if you have not already, okay?
Absolutely.
All right, baby. Turn those notifications on. All righty. Alrighty, so we are coming to a close on the show, and because I have such an amazing panel, I got you for the after party. Just stay right there. It ain't all the way over. But I want to introduce a new segment.
Okay.
It's called Hourglass. Oh, but we got to get some refills. I don't even have a glass.
I'll take a glass
Hold
of 3.
on.
Yeah.
I need you to have something in your glass besides
I was trying to
water,
pace it,
Fred.
but then you
Oh,
see, let's lay plans.
Thank you.
Best laid plans.
You know, April, let me just tell you something. I've been seeing your Facebook page. You talking about your little co-worker friend and how you almost had an emergency type situation and had to break that glass on that fire extinguisher.
Almost had to break that glass. Almost had to break that glass. Okay, but that's not the kind of glass I'm talking about. I'm talking about hourglass, right? And because we like wordplay around here, it's not hour as in H-O-U-R. It's hour as in O-U-R, right? And in life, we either see the glass as half empty or half full, right?
Right.
And how you're viewing it depends on the day, right? It depends on what's going on with you, right? So each one of you have a minute or two to either bitch and complain about something or to be motivational and inspirational. Who wants to start?
Look, you know what? I'll set it off.
That's that New York I set it off.
I am 100% positive even about this whole COVID situation, I believe that it's, some people are being blessed because of the COVID situation, and some people are having horrible situations.
Yeah.
I think it's both. It's a two-sided coin. Just say for instance, like COVID. It's making some people go and do their own thing. Like some people that had a 9-to-5 job, now they figuring out this job is going away. It closed down. They laid me off, and I have to find something else to do for myself. And it's making entrepreneurs.
It is.
You know what I mean?
It's
It's
definitely been a
taking me
blessing to
from
me.
inside the club to doing stuff inside my home on social media and having these type of platforms. And it just works. We're moving into the digital age and the age of technology. And I'm just looking at it and I'm embracing it.
Yeah.
And that's why it's positive for me. Now, people that are worried and concerned about going backwards, those are the people that I notice that are having the most problems. The people who want to go back to the way it was. I'm really not interested in
I don't
that.
think
I'm
it's ever
really
going to
moving
go
forward.
back fully
Yes.
to the way it was.
Nah, it's
Yeah,
not.
I'm half full all the time.
Yeah.
And that's the way I believe. I think this has been great for a lot of people. It's been great for me. I've taken on some new projects. I do a show 5 days a week called Box Seats.
Okay.
Comedians talking about sports.
Nice.
You can find that on Human Mill app or
didn't know.
live every day.
I didn't
That's dope.
know. I can share it.
Yeah, Box Seats every day.
Nice.
Monday through Friday, 1 to 2 p.m. And we talk about sports. We have on celebrity guests and all type of things. So
Nice.
we're having a good time doing that. And I'm sure I wouldn't have been doing that had this COVID situation happened.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. COVID is first and foremost, with respect to people that have lost lives and lost loved ones and lost jobs. Like I don't want to minimize the loss, but COVID has definitely been a blessing for me because I was always a hustler and a go-getter, but just having my entire source of income because I was in the clubs. Like that's literally how I was making money, and I was making good money in the clubs. And when that shut down, I was like, what are you going to do? Like you're not going to fold, you're not going to ball up in a fetal position and die. So what are you going to do? You're going to be creative and you're going to be strong and you're going to get that money. And that's what has happened. So I really, like you, Fig, I have no complaints about COVID.
Nice.
True.
All right. Who wants to go next? Do you want to have your glass half empty or half full?
Well, my glass is actually all backwash right now.
That is so disgusting.
I mean, it's melted ice. It's not nasty. There's a little bit. There's a trace amount of whiskey still in here.
You want some of that? Let me pour this in your glass.
Hey, look, wait.
No, I don't want to mix with your water.
She's like, COVID,
Yeah, that's right.
All right, my bad.
I could have died, but but I'm alive. And so, no, honestly, what you said, that resonates a lot with me because I was fortunate because I'm working for the news, and so the news kept going.
Right, of course.
Because every day people were checking it. So, it's just the stuff I was writing at first, because, it was a show hosted by comedians, so I was writing jokes and stuff in the beginning, but then when this first hit, it was serious all day long, and then it took maybe a month before we started putting some humor back in there because we're like, okay, people kind of want to have a sense of normalcy. They want to kind of take their minds off of the dreary every single day, and
They want some reprieve.
yeah, they want to adjust and everything. So, but it did force me to kind of figure out some ways to do other things and just also try some stuff I always wanted to do basically I've written more than I ever have in my life, and and even just I was usually on Tuesdays I used to do it. Well, I still kind of technically do a show on Instagram Live on Tuesdays. Where I just let people go on and do little funny rants. It was like letting people decompress, but just doing little funny rants. I called it, what grinds my gears. It was like the joint on Family Guy, what grinds my gears. And so I haven't done it in a while, but the thing is, for a while it was really fun doing that too. So it was a lot of things that I realized, I can do. I have the setup to do, I have the lighting setup and stuff at home now. So it's it opened my horizons in a lot of ways. So it just made me kind of, so I'm saying glass definitely half full. I mean, with respect to everything going on in the world and just the caution and the reverence you need to pay to it,
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Miss Angie, do you want to bitch and moan or you want to be inspirational and motivated?
I'm a bitch. I'm not. If it was Sunday, because Sunday I had a little bit of a meltdown. I was having a moment, but I want my glass half full now.
Okay,
I had the best massage yesterday. Oh my God, and I'm getting
What's his
another.
name, Angie?
Actually, I was at the spa. It wasn't no dude I was dealing with, but his name was Everett. He was the bomb. The
Okay.
bomb.
Uh-huh.
But last
Did you
year,
shoot your shot?
no, he had his mask on, so I don't know if he's ugly or not. So, like I was saying, I've spent probably like 15 plus years as an event manager.
Okay.
And I left my job, last year to go into a completely different industry.
Okay.
And if I had not done that, I would not have a job today. So I'm grateful that I am gainfully employed and that I have the support system that I do, because I know a lot of people are going through some things. Like my family's taken a couple hits, but it hasn't been completely awful. Like my immediate family, we're good. We're good. So I appreciate being able to see them and talk to them and whatnot. And
that's awesome.
people have been a blessing to me, and I've been able to bless other people. So yeah. So half full.
Half full,
Half full.
I guess I'm gonna be the odd man out today. My glass is half empty, goddammit, and here's why.
All right.
And it's still COVID related. Maybe it was before COVID too, though. Anyway, so I live in an apartment building, right? And some people in my building know who I am. They be stealing my packages, man. I can't tell you how many
Look.
packages I have had
Look.
come up missing. Like, it's gotten to the point where I and a couple other people have like written nasty notes, like basically cussing people out
Yeah.
and like sticking it by the mailboxes. Like, look, you know the coat ain't yours. Bring the coat back. Like,
Oh, man.
literally,
Oh, man.
there is someone going shopping off of my mail, and like
Yeah.
I work from home, so I'm sitting there like waiting to
Yeah.
see when the package arrives. God forbid I'm in a meeting and I can't step away. God forbid I'm using the bathroom or taking a shower. Like, it's somebody sitting there
Vultures.
waiting, like vultures waiting. So if you are my neighbor and you are stealing my packages and you are watching my podcast, stop doing that shit. Okay? I work hard. I want my products, and I can't keep calling Amazon saying the package disappeared, because at some point they're going to start
They'll
looking
think
at
you
me.
did.
That sounds like I just
Yo.
posted.
It's crazy.
Was it
Who
yesterday
does
or the
that?
day before? I posted a video of my neighbor stealing my package.
Your neighbor stole your
video?
package?
I have the Ring doorbell,
All right.
and she just took my package like it was hers and kept it moving.
Did you go get your package?
She would act like she didn't take it. I was like, I got you on camera. I called the police. She lied to the police until they was about to arrest her. But long story short, I took her to court. She had to pay me restitution for the stuff that she stole from me.
Oh my
Who
God.
does
Wow.
that? Like, literally,
That's
And she's
stop doing
old.
that.
She like almost. I shouldn't say old. She's pushing 50. That's
She's
not,
too old for that.
Yeah,
She's
that's-
too
that's-
old.
yeah.
You would think she's professional, but she's what, 6'2", size 13 shoe. I'm 5'6" and a
Oh,
half.
Wow.
We don't wear the same size. But
What's
she's,
her name?
13
she's
too.
stealing from me.
Hey, man.
What's his name again?
You might need some
Steve.
backup.
Yeah, I'm about to say,
If you need me, call me
Yeah,
now.
but
You
don't
might
let
need some
you-
backup
don't let
with
you
that
call
one. It's
police
gonna take
and
two for her. But no, seriously,
Yeah.
like, I can't stand a thief, and you're not
It's the
gonna have
worst.
any good luck. Karma is a big bitch,
Yeah.
and she's not on a diet.
Yeah.
When you do
Hey.
stuff like that, it comes back to you.
Yep.
So guess what? When you stump your toe, or when something happens and your Uber break down, I want you to think about me and how you stole my package, okay?
Exactly.
I need people to stop stealing.
I remember the mask I bought from you got stolen from. Remember I told you about
Yes,
that?
okay, so look.
So I had the same thing happen to me from something I bought from you, from
Yes.
the World 6 Feet mask. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so I was looking around my neighborhood with somebody wearing that mask. I'm like, I'm gonna steal him in his fucking face. I'm gonna murder this motherfucker. I'm like 6 feet by. 6 feet. I was like, just getting 6 feet in the
People
face.
ain't shit.
They're
They really
not.
Yeah.
They're not.
And the thing, she took the first day she took my lip gloss. The second day she took my clothes, and she put the lip. I guess she opened the lip gloss, didn't like the shade, put it back in the hallway. I have it all on camera.
wow.
Are you serious?
All of it. Yes.
Wow, that's crazy.
What is wrong with people?
You know what's crazy? I saw a video like that today where people were stealing packages from private houses.
Yeah.
This woman actually walked up. They pulled up in a car. She jumped out of the car, ran up to grab the packages, and on the way trying to leave, she slipped on the grass and broke her leg.
Yes, I saw that
Karma,
one.
and sometimes it's swift,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
You don't
Instant.
have to wait a long time for karma.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Instant
it comes right on in there. But that is a wrap for Hourglass. That is a wrap for Ego. You guys have been a fantastic panel. Thank you, Fig. Thank you, Angie. And thank you, Leon. Don't forget, we will be right back here every single Tuesday at 8 p.m. Don't miss it. Don't miss it. And you don't want to miss the after party, but you've got to be on Patreon. So right now, go to patreon.com/April Watts Live to get exclusive behind-the-scenes content, the after party, which is a Patreon exclusive show, and then all things April. Sometimes I'm just doing my thing, and it has nothing to do with Ego. We will see you next week. Bye.
All right, y'all.